So here's a quote that I didn't really think we would ever see. After the Vancouver Canucks lost to the New York Islanders last night, I almost said Edmonton Oilers. I was thinking blue and orange, but I caught myself beforehand. Congrats, me. After the Canucks played off against the New York Islanders, of course, it was another regulation loss. It was Vancouver's 8th straight. Amazing. You had head coach Adam Foote going out there and saying something that I don't think anybody really expected him to do. Take a look at this tweet posted by Brendan Batchelor. Adam Foote said after the game yesterday that our veterans are the ones that feel defeated first. It's been going on here for a few years. We get off our game, we get frustrated, we overcomplicate it. It's something we have to get out of our culture. Our culture is not going to be that anymore. Now, for what it's worth, Foote does say in the post-game presser that the Canucks did a good job in bouncing back. They were off their game for about 7 minutes or so. They were pouty, getting intimidated, getting a little bit hung up on certain aspects of their game, and then they bounced back and they were able to recuperate, reform themselves. And Foote said he was really proud of the team for being able to do that and getting back on the horse. However, this comment, I think, is one that we absolutely cannot understate. The idea that veteran players are the ones that are being called out here. Maybe not all of them, but some of them are the ones that are being mentioned by name as the ones that get defeated first. For what it's worth, you had Halford from Halford and Bruff going out there and tweeting the video clip of Adam Foote saying that. He said, so he went there. I didn't think he'd do it. It's maybe the most revealing thing he has said all year, and it casts doubt on this organizational belief that the Vancouver Canucks have the right veterans to mentor through a rebuild. And I think that is a really interesting element to where the Vancouver Canucks are as a franchise right now. Kiefer Sherwood was just traded to San Jose yesterday, but what I found super authentic and refreshing in the way he departed was his exit press conference. Obviously, he was out there practicing with the Canucks, he was doing a bag skate or whatever it was, and then they had to pull him off the ice and say, hey buddy, sorry, you're not a Canuck anymore. Heading over to San Jose. And then he was like, yeah, no, I'm very grateful to be here, to have had this opportunity. I'm thankful to the team and everything. There was so much grace in the way Kiefer Sherwood explained himself post-trade, and I think a lot of Canucks fans had already respected the hell out of Sherwood because of the way he plays and whatnot, but after seeing him get traded, we respected him even more. Thank you for your service, thank you for the 2 second-round picks, and thank you for, Clayton, because he's going to be helping out the Abbotsford Canucks. They need help. But when Quinn Hughes ended up leaving, he had an Instagram post multiple days later, didn't really say much about leaving the team, and now yesterday he said, yeah, no, the Wild are just way better. He didn't say way better, he said better, but, like, the message was there. We made a video about it yesterday if you want to go out there and see it. It was like, Quinn Hughes, what the hell are you talking about? But I won't necessarily pinpoint a conversation about veteran players on just Hughes, because obviously there are a number of guys that have come in and out of the Vancouver Canucks the past few years that were veteran players. I'd say JT Miller at this point is a veteran guy, and we could all point our fingers towards him as to being one of the main contributors to some sort of a toxic environment within the Canucks locker room. But there are a number of other veterans whose presence actually was appreciated and whom we only heard good things about. I think back to the days of Chris Tanev, Tanner Pearson, heck, Luke Shen. I say the days as if those weren't just like 5 years ago, but those guys had a very strong impact in helping this team stay together and be there for each other, calming tension in the room, making sure that Pettersson and Miller could get along. That was Tanner Pearson's job, and he was a darn good one at it. So now, years later, the actual vets on the team, you've got guys like Filip Hronek, you've got Elias Pettersson, Besser, DeBrus, Kane, and now the coach is going out there and saying that, yeah, it's our veterans. It's our veterans that are giving up first, that are not showing up when they need to, that are pouty, that are essentially letting the team down. And Quinn Hughes probably was a part of that. I know there were moments where we could definitely say Quinn Hughes wasn't playing in a way that helped the Vancouver Canucks win games. I think it would be very fair if you said earlier this season Quinn Hughes instead was playing more so like a guy who just wanted to get as many points as he could. Not necessarily because he's helping the team win, but because he's like, I don't trust any of my teammates. I'm just going to fire the puck again into a shin pad, into another big batch of traffic and just pray that it goes in. Because I don't trust Elias Pettersson on the right side there who's wide open for a 1T. I don't trust him. I don't. It's unfortunate how everything has unfolded with this team. But seriously, hearing about veteran players does open the door as to where Vancouver should be with their trade conversations. I mean, you discuss these names. We've been talking about veterans the entire time. Elias Pettersson is 27 years old. He's a veteran at this point. Come on. This is a guy that I think a lot of Canucks fans are expecting to maybe get traded now. After what Frank Saravalli said on the air on 3 different platforms yesterday, we're talking about other veterans. Okay, Evander Kane. He's in his mid-30s. That guy's a veteran. Let's see LA shell out a draft pick or 2 or 3 for Evander Kane. If the Vancouver Canucks can get like 2/6 for Kane. Yes, it's a downgrade turning a 4th into 2/6, but still, it's not the worst trade in the world. Other names, if Jake DeBrusk could find himself going over to Alberta, not necessarily saying that he could be an Oiler, but hey, I guess heading over to the place that your dad commentates would be pretty cool. Brock Besser, I feel he's been really meh this season. Like, I understand that we all wanted him to stay because of the emotional factor, the fact that we love this guy. Like, really, it's hard to deny that Canucks fans feel very positive things about Besser, from his story to the commitment he has had, how much he wanted to remain in Vancouver. But now it's like, dude, he's not good. Brock Besser is not a good player, and he's signed on for $7.2 million a year. Whew, that's a lot of money, man. A lot of money for a guy who this season is on pace for 37 points, which, now that I'm looking at it, if Besser finishes the year with that amount of production, that's the worst season he's ever had in the National Hockey League, both in terms of points and in terms of points per game. Yes, the team has been bad this season, but he's never had fewer than 45 points in a year. And that 45-point season came when he had 57 total games. Brock Besser is a lot better than what we are seeing right now. This is not the same guy that was a point per game and a hat-trick hero in the playoffs 2 seasons ago. For whatever reason, Brock Besser is out and about. And if he were to get traded, I don't know necessarily if he would want it, but I think a lot of Canucks fans could also think to themselves, like, yeah, it would probably be for the best. Not because we don't love this guy, not because we don't support him and we don't want him to do well, but because this just isn't really working out anymore. It only took a few months. Heck, the Canucks were ready to lose Besser for free. They were ready to lose him and walk away for nothing if they were able to get their hands on Christian Dvorak in the offseason last year. But now they're stuck with Brock. And Christian Dvorak is admittedly playing pretty well in Philadelphia. So, yeah, with that in mind, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about these veterans on the Vancouver Canucks? We only named a few of them. I think Filip Hronek is actually fine. Out of all the vets we have been bringing up here, as we mentioned in yesterday's post-game video, Phil Hronek is actually not that bad. And I do think that Phil, the Thrill, has the opportunity to provide good value for this team moving forward, assuming he is relied upon as the number 1, which he obviously will be, because there's no chance that anybody dethrones him in that spot. What do you think about the way Adam Foote acknowledged these issues, and do you think there actually is an issue with this specific element of veterans on the team? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.